Hi everyone, today I'm going to tell you about the fears of each character in the Naruto anime. Enjoy watching. From Naruto's point of view, there's nothing scarier than Kakashi's secret technique, which makes even me cry. My friends once used this technique on me and you have no idea how I felt at that moment. Naruto is the kind of guy who just loves to live. Kakashi is afraid of spoilers for Jiraiya's book Ichi Ichi Make Out. At the beginning of Season 2, Naruto guessed Kakashi's fear and successfully outsmarted him. Itachi was afraid of losing his beloved brother. I can't even imagine what Itachi felt when he beat Sasuke. The pain must have been indescribable. For most of his life, Sasuke feared that Naruto will surpass him in strength. This was especially evident when they were both fighting on the roof of the hospital. Who else dares to say that Naruto is stupid? In that fight, he used the sun to counter the Sharingan. At the end, when Sasuke saw the power of Naruto's Rasengan, he knew he had to leave the village to keep himself from being outmatched. Yamato was afraid of Danzo. I don't think it's necessary to explain the reason for his fear, because Danzo was pretty brutal. Ever since she was a little girl, Hinata was most afraid of Neji. This was especially evident during the Chunin exam, when Hinata had to fight against Neji. By the way, was it just me or was the fight between them like a fight between two huge ventilator fans? What I want to point out is that even Gaara was shocked that Hinata was okay after that match. Gaara was afraid of himself. I don't wish anyone a childhood like his. Sakura was afraid that Sasuke would leave her for good. There's not much else to talk about here, so let's move on. Jiraiya feared Tsunade's formidable fist. When Jiraiya left for the Land of Rain, Tsunade was ready to accept Jiraiya's feelings on his return to Konoha. But unfortunately he died on a mission. Tsunade's strength he was so afraid of was so huge, mostly due to the fact that Jiraiya was always there for her. This is why I believe that Jiraiya was the most important thing Tsunade had. Obito was afraid that his life would be unrequited. Rin only had 2 minutes of screen time in the anime, but many still remember how strong and memorable this character was. Guy Sensei, he's not afraid of anything now, since Guy has already used the 8 inner gates. What did you expect? His dragon can bend space, and it almost killed Madara. Hashirama, I have a wooden dragon. Madara, I have a ghost dragon. Maito Guy, I am the dragon. Hashirama feared the destruction of the world. It's quite understandable because he had spent so much time building it. Hashirama's laughter is already like an art. Rock Lee was afraid that because of his injury he would not be able to be a shinobi. If he opened 8 gates, drank 3 bottles of sake and took off his weights, even Kaguya would lose. Tsunade is afraid to give her necklace to anyone else. By the way, I have just realized the 3 legendary Sanins are a psycho, a pervert and a gambler. Sekon is afraid of losing Yukon. It seems to me that each member of the Sound 4 team is worthy of a separate episode to tell their full story. Danzo was afraid that everyone would find about his dastardly deeds. These were cruel deeds for the safety of the homeland. If Danzo's cruelty had just helped Konoha, his actions could be understood and accepted. But his actions also created powerful enemies for Konoha and put the village at risk. Zetsu was afraid of being exposed. Zetsu is a delusioned cactus with a split personality happening every minute. Tobirama is afraid of Sarada becoming Hokage. he may still be afraid of it lying in his coffin. Tobirama was already insane, but if he found out that Uchiha Sarada wants to be a Hokage, he would roll over in his coffin and resurrect himself. Killer B is afraid that a better rapper than him will be born.
朝から修行でお腹は好きすぎラップ愛する俺様好きものお昼の献立すき焼き決定 Yeah!
Choji is afraid that a pack of chips will run out faster than usual. No one believed in Choji, but he didn't care and just became a wings fairy. Mitsuki is afraid of losing Boruto. Boruto is afraid of his karma. Kawaki is afraid of what Boruto is afraid of. In fact, they are afraid of karma for a certain reason, as it serves to revive Otsutsuki. Boruto got his karma from Momoshiki the very moment he defeated him. Karma progresses over time, and when it finishes progressing, then Momoshiki will be reborn in Boruto's body. Ten is afraid of remaining unmarried. Shikamaru is afraid of being woken up earlier than usual. I don't care if I become a Chunin or not, said Shikamaru, who ended up being the very first of his classmates to become a Chunin. Hagoromo was afraid of his mother. If you think you're weird, remember that some dude slept with an alien. Kiba is afraid that Naruto will use his trick on him again. Two geniuses have met. The first one has a technique where the dog pees on the enemy, and the other one uses force. You just need to concentrate chakra in one place so that a poisonous cloud could appear, in which there is almost zero visibility and a very disgusting smell. All of this really confuses the enemy, a truly amazing technique. Too bad he doesn't use it against other opponents. Kurama was afraid of Madara Uchiha's blood. Metal is afraid of everything in the world. The way Metal is getting nervous sounds like the drunken style of Rock Lee. Just like his father, he has unpredictable movements that are hard to foresee, and his adrenaline levels are just off the charts. He will definitely be one of the strongest heroes in the Boruto anime in the future.
咲いた花を見ていた慣れたふりをしていた触れた冷たくなった君のこと夢なのに寂しくなって夢なのに寂しくなって夢なのにああ夢なのに